we've waited 23 years for a plan to work. Okay, let's now say the plan is working. We've won nothing. One Carabao Cup. So I've waited 23 years for this plan, almost a quarter of a century, over 2 decades for this plan to work. In the meantime, I've seen Wigan win an FA Cup, Man City clean up, Liverpool win everything, Arsenal win 4 or 5 FA Cups. I've seen Man United win a European trophy, Leicester win a league, Leicester win an FA Cup, Portsmouth win an FA Cup. All these other clubs have managed to find some success, but we've waited 23 years for this plan. And for me, I cannot believe the brainwashing that is going on amongst the media and sections of our fan base. Journalists saying Levy's a genius. Fans of ours saying, I love it when the plan comes together. Other fans saying, you see, this is what it was all about. And I'm like, what was it all about? We've won nothing. At the end of the day, this is the reality. These are the facts that no one wants to talk about. Enoch and Levy bought the club for £22 million, right? £22 million. The club's now worth £3 billion. That is 136x. 136 times the valuation they bought it for. That's how much they've increased their wealth, their asset, if they want to cash out. And they've done it using us. We have cash flowed them. We're the ones that buy Sky TV, BT membership to watch the games, to watch Spurs, and then they get Sky money. We're the ones that pay for season tickets and merch and match day tickets. We've cash flowed them so that they can take their 22 million, turn it into 3 billion, and in return, we've got 1 Carabao Cup where they have become billionaires. On top of that, they've used money profits that they've kept in the bank. Part of it are covenants for future transfer payments, legal contracts that they must have a certain amount in the bank. The rest has been retained profits. They've used that money and other income from the academy to fund borrowing £800 million worth of debt they've put us in. That money in the bank was the collateral, the security, plus other assets. So they've used what money we do have in assets to borrow against the club to raise their valuation to 3 billion. This 23-year plan, there's only one winner, Enoch and Levy, because they make £3 billion out of this. We've won nothing as fans from this, nothing. Yet Levy's a genius. The plan's coming together. What plan? What have we as fans got from this? We've built a state-of-the-art academy that hasn't produced one top draw player for the first team. Harry Kane was developed in the old academy in Chigwell. We've developed a state-of-the-art training ground that hasn't developed one winning football team. We've developed a state-of-the-art stadium that hasn't had one trophy put in it. Tell me where we as fans have won from this. The only winner is Enoch and Levy. They've pulled all of our trousers down, but because it's not the 90s and we're not going bankrupt, it's fine. Because we've gone from an average 8th to 6.5 in the league for 23 years compared to the previous 23 years, we're suddenly a big club. The truth is, and I hate saying this stuff because it sounds like I hate the club. I love the club. It's why I wear the shirt. They have used us to bankroll a cheap investment, scale it to this Goliath of $1 billion corporation, and we've had nothing in return. We're called Spursy and we're called bottle jobs. That's what we've got out of this. The only way they can justify what they've done, the only way they can even begin to convince me this wasn't all about them and creating wealth for them, is to start buying some top-class signings and show that we now have financial advantage and financial power that the others don't, and start signing some serious players and getting this over the line. I don't want to hear Andrew works with cheap players. Andrew only works with, these little gems. In Asia, that works. In Australia, that works. In Scotland, that works. This is the Premier League. You're up against some of the biggest, most powerful clubs in the world. And in the Champions League, you're up against the biggest and the best. You need those elite players at some point. You need the Alisson, Virgil van Dijk moment. You need the Jack Grealish, Haaland moment. Unless they start doing that, using this new financial power we've got, then I'm sorry. This was all about them going from 22 million to 3 billion and using us cash flow and putting us in debt to do it. If anyone can tell me otherwise, go for it.